We live in a world that constantly praises comfort, constantly telling us to steer clear of pain, to chase after ease, and to do everything possible to avoid discomfort. From our beds to our smartphones, everything around us seems designed to make life smoother and more enjoyable. But here's the harsh reality. This obsession with comfort is actually weakening us mentally. It's making us fragile in ways we don't even realize. Modern life feeds a desire for quick fixes and instant gratification, but ancient wisdom, especially insights from Marcus Aurelius, teaches quite the opposite. He didn't focus on chasing pleasure or running from hardship. Instead, he emphasized mastering your mind, accepting pain, practicing discipline, and becoming stronger through adversity. Marcus once wrote in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That statement isn't just meant to motivate. It's a call to take responsibility for how you respond to the world. It forces us to confront a painful but important truth. Most of our suffering doesn't come from the world itself, but from how we react to it. If you can control your mind, no external circumstance can truly control you. Yet, most people today can't even go an hour without getting distracted, anxious, angry, or overwhelmed at all, because we've been conditioned to seek validation, approval, and emotional comfort from everything and everyone around us. This is why what I'm about to share in this video really matters. You're not here to become soft or to feel sensitive about every small discomfort. You're here to develop a mentally unshakable mindset. You're here to master your inner world, much like Marcus Aurelius did. And that's exactly what I want to help you explore. I'm going to present 6 brutally honest but liberating truths straight from the Stoic philosophy of Marcus Aurelius. These truths will change how you think, how you feel, and how you respond to everything around you. Listen, these truths aren't meant to give you a feel-good moment. They're designed to wake you up, challenge your beliefs, and push you toward growth. Each one might hit your ego hard, but they'll also be like medicine nourishing your soul. By the end of this video, you won't just understand Marcus Aurelius better, you will feel stronger, calmer, and more in control of your life. So don't just passively watch. Really listen, reflect, and let these ideas sink deep. If any part of this makes you uncomfortable, that's probably the part you need most. Before we dive in, I want to tell you this. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're simply untrained, or at least untrained in the right way. Today is the day you change that. So if you find this helpful, leave a comment with your thoughts or affirmations. Share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe to the channel if you want more of this Stoic wisdom and mental strength training. Most importantly, don't skip any of these lessons. Now let's get started. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I'm ready to rewire my mind. Remember, nobody owes you anything. This is the ultimate freedom. Marcus Aurelius teaches us one of the toughest but also most freeing truths. Don't waste your time arguing about what a good man should be. Just be one. Let me put that into simpler terms for your everyday struggles. Stop expecting people to treat you fairly, to understand your pain, or to meet all your needs. They don't have to do any of that. We've all grown up with this idea that others should behave a certain way toward us, respect us, love us, understand us when we're struggling. But Marcus would ask, why are you depending on other people's actions to find peace? Why are you handing over your emotional stability to what others do or don't do? Most of our disappointment in life doesn't actually come from life itself. It arises from expecting things from others that they aren't obligated to give. Once you let go of those expectations, something strange happens. You stop trying to control everyone around you. You stop needing to be understood. Instead, you start focusing on cultivating your own character. Instead of demanding fairness, you become fair. Instead of begging for love, you become loving. Instead of relying on others to validate you, you validate yourself through your actions every single day. This doesn't mean you're weak. It's actually the highest form of mental power, acting from your own internal standards, not reacting emotionally to others' behavior. Imagine walking into a room filled with people who ignore or disrespect you, but remaining centered, calm, and unaffected. Imagine being overlooked and still holding your head high, proud of how you carried yourself. That's what Marcus meant when he said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." If someone disrespects you, your power lies in not becoming like them. If someone lies, stay honest. If someone gossips, stay silent and noble. Why? Because you're not living according to their standards, you're living by your own. Standards rooted in discipline, composure, and strength. You're no longer a slave to how others treat you. You're a student of your own behavior. That's what rewires your mind. The moment you stop expecting anything from others and instead demand excellence from yourself, that's when your life truly changes. That's when you become a genuine Stoic. Now, I want to hear you say this in the comments. I just rise above everything. Because comfort can be the biggest enemy of your potential. In today's world, we're trained to chase comfort instead of action when we're tired, relaxation over effort when we're stressed. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us of a brutal truth. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never truly beginning to live. Most people aren't really living, they're hiding in comfort, distractions, and excuses. They think they're protecting themselves, but really, they're just slowly dying from the inside. Comfort whispers, "You've done enough today," or "Take the easy route, how you deserve it." It keeps you safe, but it also prevents growth. The truth is, your potential is on the other side of discomfort. Reflect for a moment. Are you comfortable but feeling unfulfilled? Do you feel stuck but safe? Are you doing okay but secretly knowing you could be so much more? That's the cost of comfort. Marcus Aurelius didn't live a life of luxury despite being emperor. He trained his mind to be stronger than his feelings. He would rise early, endure hardship, and write daily not for motivation, but for mastery. He knew that a weak man seeks comfort. A strong man seeks challenge. As he said, when you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to love, to enjoy. Such a mindset means you don't waste your day in laziness or self-pity. Life is a responsibility, a battleground, an opportunity to sharpen your mind and discipline your body. Honestly, think about how many times you've chosen comfort over progress. Skipping workouts, avoiding tough conversations, staying in toxic relationships because it's easier than facing the truth. Every time you choose comfort over challenge, you're killing a little piece of your potential. That doesn't mean you should suffer unnecessarily, but it does mean you shouldn't run from the pain that's necessary for growth. Discomfort is your friend, your coach, your test. Marcus would tell you to lean into itching your body when your mind wants to quit, discipline your habits when your emotions scream for comfort, wake early when your body protests, stay silent when you want to lash out, work when no one's watching. Every time you choose discomfort over ease, you're building a stronger mind that won't break under pressure, one that's resilient and capable of greatness. Growth doesn't come from doing what's easy. It comes from resistance, sweat, silence, repetition, sacrifice. And most of all, from rejecting the soft life that's so tempting and being sold to you constantly. Remember, comfort is the silent killer. It doesn't blow things up instantly, but it makes you numb, weak, and disconnected from your purpose. So, love the hard path. Because the hard path creates hard men, and hard men change the world. You are not your emotions, you are their master. You've been told to trust your feelings and that your emotions are your truth. But Marcus Aurelius would strongly disagree. He said, if you're distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And you have the power to revoke that estimate at any moment. This isn't just philosophy, it's mental warfare. Every time you lash out in anger, spiral into anxiety, or take insults personally, you're allowing your reactive mind to enslave you. But you're not a slave, you are a master of your mind. Here's a brutal truth. Your emotions aren't facts. You might feel disrespected, but maybe it's just your ego talking. You might feel like the world is against you, but maybe it's just your fear. Think about how Marcus Aurelius trained himself every day to question his feelings instead of blindly obeying them. He faced betrayal, war, stress, and personal grief, and yet he remained unmoved. Why? Because he understood something essential. The mind has the ability to observe emotion without becoming it. You can feel anger and stay calm. You can feel fear and still press forward. You can feel sadness and stay composed, be creating distance between the emotion and your reaction. That distance, that separation is your true power. Marcus wrote, "You must assemble your life, action by action, and be satisfied if each one achieves its goal as far as possible." What does that mean? It means you don't need to wait until you feel motivated to act. You don't have to wait until you're silent and calm before making tough choices. You don't need to feel ready to take risks. The right thing is to act based on your values, your character, and your sense of duty regardless of how you feel. That's what distinguishes the strong from the weak. The strong control their inner storms, the weak let their storms control them. So every time a strong emotion rises, pause, don't react immediately. Breathe. Observe. Ask yourself, is this helping me grow? Is this emotion rooted in truth or ego? What would the disciplined version of me do right now? That reflection turns emotion into wisdom, and wisdom makes you tougher. You don't need to numb or suppress emotions, you need to own them. Remember, you're not angry, you are experiencing anger. You're not sad, you are experiencing sadness. You're not anxious, you are experiencing anxiety. These feelings are transient. They pass like waves. You are the ocean. Discipline equals freedom. Indulgence equals slavery. Most people say, I want to be free, I want to do what I want when I want. But they fail to see that what they often want, pleasure, comfort, avoidance, sexually, keeps them weak. Marcus Aurelius knew true freedom isn't about indulging. It's about being free from indulgence. It's about freeing yourself from laziness, emotional chaos, and craving. Think about it. Every time you overeat, oversleep, or indulge in excess, you might feel like you're rewarding yourself, but what you're really doing is chaining yourself, chains of regret, shame, and weakness. True freedom is waking up early even when your body protests, sticking with your habits even when your mind screams to quit, choosing water over soda, focus over distraction, silence over outbursts. That's discipline. To Marcus, discipline is a gift, not punishment. It's the path to peace. He'd remind you at dawn, if you struggle to get out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work. Was I made for this? To stay warm under the blankets? He's not being harsh, he's being honest. You weren't meant for a soft life. You were made to struggle, grow, overcome, and rise above. If you let comfort be your guide, you'll stay mediocre. Discipline means saying no to the things that keep you average. It means doing what you committed to, even when it's hard. It means choosing your future over fleeting feelings. Look around, most people are scattered mentally, reactive emotionally, and soft physically. Not because they're incapable, but because they lack discipline. They want success but refuse to build the habits. They want peace but avoid silence. They want strength but avoid pain. That's not freedom, that's slavery. But when you choose discipline, everything inside you begins to change. Your mind sharpens, your actions align with your true self, and your identity becomes unshakable. And here's the best part. Discipline doesn't just produce results. It earns your respect for yourself, a respect that no praise from others can buy. Every time you do the hard thing, you remind yourself, I can trust me. That's real mental toughness, trusting your own character, not relying on fleeting motivation or external approval. If you want to master your mind, stop chasing what feels good right now. Instead, focus on building what will feel right forever. Train your body like a soldier, guard your mind like a monk, discipline your emotions like a king. Soon, you'll walk through the world with quiet strength. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Discipline is my path to freedom. Life is short, and most people waste it. One of the hardest truths is this. Your time isn't unlimited, even if it seems that way. We delay our dreams, scroll endlessly, let days turn into weeks, into months, into years, telling ourselves, I'll start tomorrow. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us sharply, you could leave your life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. This isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to awaken you. We fear death but waste our lives. We live as if we have all the time in the world to fix our habits, rebuild our relationships, and make a difference. But the brutal truth of the Stoics: you are dying every single second. Every moment lost living with regret, fear, or avoidance is a moment taken from your one chance at existence. Think about how often we say, "I'll do it when I'm ready," or "I'll start after this weekend," or "next month, next year." And in the meantime, our potential keeps drying up. Marcus wasn't poetic when he wrote those words. As emperor facing plagues, wars, betrayal, even the death of his children, he still found time to reflect, grow, and act with urgency. He understood something that most avoid. Don't act as if you'll live forever, because you won't. Death is always hanging over you. While it's in your power, live with purpose now, not with anxiety or panic, but with focused discipline. Wake up earlier, think deeply, say what needs to be said, do what needs to be done. Because the clock is ticking and you don't get to choose when it stops. Drop this affirmation in the comments: I will not waste my life. Most of us complain about how the world doesn't change, how others don't improve, or how life isn't fair. But Marcus Aurelius teaches us a humbling truth: you can only control yourself. You don't control other people, the past, or uncontrollable events, but you do control your response, your attitude, your decisions. And if you keep trying to change the outside world without fixing yourself, you'll only suffer. The true power of the Stoic path is flipped. Fix yourself, and peace will follow, even if the chaos around you remains. That's real strength. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need to own your reactions, your choices, your inner world. Marcus lived in dark times, wars, betrayals, chaos, and yet his journals are filled with calm and clarity because he focused on what he could control: himself. Most people blame everyone else's circumstances, the economy, other people, because blaming is easier. But the Stoics say no. The real power is in owning your inner fortress. Be patient, brave, wise, grounded even when the world isn't. You become the steady ship amid turbulent seas, not because life is easy, but because your inner world is strong. So stop wishing for a different world. Start becoming different yourself. You've just heard 6 brutal truths from Marcus Aurelius himself. If you pay attention, they're not just ideas, they're challenges. Challenges to your ego, to your emotions, to the comfortable life you're clinging to. Each one demands radical responsibility. Marcus wasn't superhuman. He trained himself daily to think clearly and act with strength. He accepted pain, built discipline, fixed himself, and refused to run from truth. That's your invitation now. Don't let this just be another video that inspires for a moment and then fades away. Let it reset your mind. Set a new standard for how you move through life. Write these truths down. Reflect on them each morning. Live them. Because this is how you become unshakable, not through fleeting motivation, but through philosophy, action, and mastery of your mind. The world won't slow down for you. Pain, disappointment, pressure will come, but you'll be ready, calm, disciplined, free. Leave your affirmations below and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Your journey begins now. Drop this final affirmation in the comments: I am training to master my mind.